Okay, let's get started. Welcome. This is your session review from Academia BSB.
That's right. We're your teachers, Paulo and Mariana from the English Conversations course team.
And today is March 24th, 2025. We're opening up the file, so to speak, on our last class with you, John Diniz.
Yes. John, we know you're a high schooler interested in engineering, car racing.
Yeah.
These notes, they're built just for you, for your path.
Our task today, our mission, is really to break down the key points from those notes, help make it all stick.
We're focusing especially on some key areas, phrasal verbs, idiomatic expressions, reading comprehension.
Things where the details really matter, like fine-tuning an engine, right?
Exactly. Precision work.
We covered some pretty big ground in class. Let's give today's review a fitting title. How about Due Process for Humanity, Unpacking Rights, Revolutions, and What the Rulebook Says in the USA and Brazil.
A quirky title, yes, but for some serious stuff. We looked at human rights, didn't we? And history, the French Revolution.
And the underlying theme, constitutional rights in the U.S. and Brazil.
So think of this session as, a targeted review. We're pulling out the key evidence, the important bits from the class notes.
We want to reinforce your learning. We'll go slow, make sure it's all clear, connect the language points to the big ideas.
You're right here with us, John, going through these notes together. Let's begin.
First things first, vocabulary. These are the building blocks, the essential terms from class.
Can't argue a case without the right words, right? Let's look at section 1.1, vocabulary from the current class.
Okay. We saw rural. That just means, countryside, not the city.
Simple enough.
Yeah.
And wealthy.
Yeah.
Having lots of money. Affluent.
Yes. How about suburbs, those areas just outside a big city? Residential.
And hood. That's more slang, meaning neighborhood, often used for maybe tougher inner city areas.
Good distinction. We also had dictatorship and socialism, big political concepts we touched upon.
And verbs like to share, to be entitled to, important for rights discussions.
Prejudice, too. That unfair feeling or opinion, usually negative, formed without enough thought or knowledge.
And then there was inherent. That came up a lot with human rights.
Right. It means something that's, basic, a permanent part of something, like intrinsic.
Exactly. Inherent, intrinsic. Good synonyms. These rights aren't given, they just are. They're part of being human.
Let's see. Oh, Q-tip, a specific one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brand name, but everyone uses it to mean a cotton swab for, ears, small cleaning jobs, good everyday English.
We also had human rights itself and committee and sequencing words, before, last, previous, after.
And violation. Key term, breaking a rule, a law, a right.
Also often, meaning frequently, and human being.
Yes. Careful with the pronunciation there. Being, not being. Important difference.
True. And we saw foolish, comedy, and eye doctor, just general useful words.
Okay. Moving to section 1.2. Vocabulary from the past class. This was about reinforcement.
Like checking the foundation is still solid before building more.
Precisely. Making sure prior learning is secure. There's that matching exercise.
Right. Match each word with its synonym. You had, uncover, gigantic, spouse, doubt, entire...
And you had to link those to words you learned before, like maybe uncover matched with reveal or discover from the past list. Helps build those connections.
Then the error correction. Identify and correct the mistakes.
Yes. Like she scribbles on the paper quickly. Needs past tense, right?
Should be scribbled. Easy fix if you spot it.
Or, my parent is very honest with me. Usually, its parents are plural, unless you specifically mean one.
Attention to detail. Crucial. Another sentence was, I have a gold mine of ideas and ambition.
That one sounds okay idiomatically, actually. A gold mine of ideas is a good phrase.
Okay. How about he was lose in the competition?
That needs fixing. Should be lost, L-O-S-T, the past participle or adjective form.
Right. And 1/3 from the group decided to leave.
Usually we'd say 1/3 of the group. Preposition choice matters.
There was also forming nouns or adjectives from verbs like to shape, to worry, to doubt.
So to shape could become shape, noun, or shapely, adjective. To worry becomes worry, noun, or worried, adjective.
To doubt gives you doubt, noun. To teach gives teacher, noun. To uncover gives uncovery, though discovery is more common.
It's about word families. Knowing one helps you use others.
And filling the blanks. His patience and honesty make him a great ung.
The word from the list was teacher. Fits perfectly.
The mistake cost them the entire project. Probably costly, or maybe just single, depending on the list. The list had a mistake. Wait, that doesn't fit. Checking notes. Maybe the word needed was from a previous list. Let's assume it was meant to be descriptive, like simple or single.
Or perhaps the intended word was mistake and the blank was for something else. Let's look at the example words provided. Teacher, mistake, goldmine, doubt, uncover.
Okay. The word list was teacher, mistake, goldmine, doubt, uncover. So for the mistake, maybe the blank was after mistake, like the mistake cost them. No, the blank is first. This example seems a bit unclear in the notes. Let's move on.
Okay, this mine is not just gold, it's a vol. That would be gold mine.
Right. She had no thought that the plan would succeed. That fixed doubt.
The report helped hidden issues, and that's uncover. Makes sense. Builds vocabulary use in context.
Okay, next up. Pronunciation. Clear arguments need clear speech, right? Precision matters.
Absolutely. Section 2.1 looked back at words from a past class, nepotism and patient.
Getting those specific sounds right? Vowels, stress patterns, important.
And section 2.2 was for the current class words. Let's practice a few key ones like we did in the session.
Okay. First, has. As in, adulthood has a way of changing everything. Has.
Good. Next, protects. As in, it protects the ideas you keep to yourself. Protects.
Where? Like especially in places where people expected her to be quiet. Where?
Nicely done. How about newly? The notes mentioned newly in relation to the declaration. Perhaps a newly formed society? Newly?
Declaration? Like in school, she had read a declaration made by representatives. Declaration.
Representative, a longer one.
Yeah.
Made by representatives of a new society. Representatives.
And the classic pair, begin versus being.
Right. Becoming an adult means being able to take responsibility. Being. Long E sound, not like in begin.
A very important distinction. Then says, like, the first article says, all people are born equal. Says.
Emperor, a historical term. Napoleon declared himself emperor. Emperor.
Theatrical. Like, this idea had seemed theatrical at first. Theatrical.
Religion. A sensitive topic, important pronunciation. Freedom of religion.
Religion.
Reality, as if it belonged to a story rather than reality. Reality.
Reality. And finally, society. Like, different from what society expects. Society. Clear pronunciation is key for all these. Yeah. Now, section 3, language usage. These are the phrases that help conversations flow. The lubricant in the engine, maybe.
I like that. These are phrases for the back and forth, like what else?
Right. Use it to ask for more. Simple. Role play. Okay, I've presented Exhibit A and B. What else?
Good point. We also need to consider Exhibit C. C. Simple.
Exactly. Or, do you agree? Seeking confirmation.
Okay. I think the strategy is sound. Do you agree? I mostly agree. But let's look at paragraph 2 again.
Okay. How about freedom of speech? Central to our theme.
Yes. A fundamental right, you might say. Protecting freedom of speech is essential for democracy.
Agreed. Or, perhaps, is there such a thing as too much freedom of speech? It's a debate.
A complex debate, yes. How about some things? A bit vague, but useful.
Like, some things are better left unsaid.
Or, I need to pick up some things from the store. Very general.
Then no matter. Shows something is true regardless.
Okay. No matter how hard the case seems, we have to try.
Good one. Or, no matter where you go, you'll find challenges.
My stuff.
Yeah.
Very informal, meaning my belongings or my things.
Don't touch my stuff.
Or more abstractly, I need to sort out my stuff before the meeting, meaning my issues or tasks.
They talk to other people about, used to report indirect speech or gossip.
Example, they talk to other people about the company's future.
Okay. Or maybe, she mentioned that they talked to other people about their travel plans.
We were attacked from everywhere. Sounds dramatic. Used when facing criticism from many sources.
Like in a debate. Our proposal was weak and we were attacked from everywhere.
Ouch. They accused us of. Straightforward. Reporting an accusation.
They accused us of missing the deadline.
Simple. I would blame the other government. Conditional, shifting responsibility.
If things went wrong, I would blame the other government for lack of preparation.
Okay. Everybody laughed. Reporting a reaction.
He told a joke and everybody laughed.
Easy enough. Out of the blue. We mentioned this one. Unexpectedly.
The decision came out of the blue. No one expected it.
And he is very funny. Simple description.
My colleague John, he is very funny.
Okay, let's move to section 4. Idiomatic expressions. These are like established legal precedents. You need to know the specific interpretation.
Exactly. The meaning isn't obvious from the words themselves. First one listed, out of the blue.
We just did that. Unexpectedly. Like getting a notice serves out of the blue. Total